right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. NBA bit. No, it's not. It's live before lock, baby. Listen, this is going to be an efficient one again because we keep getting hit on Mondays with these early locks, right? We had MLK Day, we had a weather day, and then now another weather day. We also have only 4 games tonight. So we have one game starting in like 55 minutes, and then we have 3 games this evening. So I honestly, this should be pretty quick, mainly because we don't have a lot of injury stuff that we're going to get information on, right? Like normally we're waiting for news, and like we might get some shoot around here stuff soon for some of the late games, but I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's do this real quick. Let's like the stream. Let's subscribe to the channel. We'll just put hashtag early into the chat. But we will do our best. We will do our best to go through some of this and then go from there. Sorry, multitasking there. But yeah, we'll do our best to go through the schedule of the week. We got a couple of teams with 3 games. I think the Rockets are one of them, maybe. So are I think the 76ers. So I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna have. Let's start looking at the schedule. My notification's going a little crazy right now. So sorry guys if I'm just like bing bing bing. You know what I'm saying? It's not great. Okay, hold on one second. Let's go to the schedule for tonight. So the first game, we got Pellies and we got the Charlotte Hornets. And they seem pretty healthy, like all the way around here. They seem like they're pretty healthy. You got the Hornets favored by 6.5 in this one. But yeah, the Hornets aren't on. I don't think either of these teams are actually on front end or back end back to back. So you should get relatively clean minutes here from your bros, whether it's Zion, whether it's Trey Murphy. I got to tell you, our guy Sadiq Bey has been balling. On the Hornets side of stuff, like, yeah, we'll get normal LaMelo minutes, which is kind of fun. That's really it. That's really nothing really else to take away from that. Then you've got the Rockets. Hold on, we're going to take a sip. We got to take a sip. There we go. We need the tea. We get that throat coat tea right now. Pause. Rockets and Pacers. So, the Durantula. KD is going to miss this one, which means, and so is Steven Adams, so is Freddie Van, which means, Tari Eason, Jabari Smith Jr., who else do we have? We got maybe some Reed Shepherd. What are we drinking? Oh, we just got some tea. We just got some tea with honey. That's what we're doing this morning. Or this afternoon, excuse me. No beers. No beers on a Monday at 2 p.m. Not today, anyways. But anyways, yeah. And on the Indiana side of stuff, I think they're pretty good to go, too. I mean, Benny Math is kind of back. Oh, yeah, the gooning. We got some gooning, too. Şengün should be doing all the stuff. They stole Alperen Şengün's All-Star. Yeah, I mean, Şengün and Kawhi Leonard have both been playing All-Star caliber ball, but unfortunately, it didn't happen. Then we get the Timberwolves and the Grizzlies, and here's probably the biggest issue for the night, for the game week. So, Minnesota's favored by 7.5. If I recall, they played this same game on Saturday or Friday. I can't remember. Maybe it was Saturday. And in this one, Memphis was without Jaren Jackson Jr., and I think Minnesota was without Anthony Edwards, and they were favored by 11.5. This, I don't know. I kind of think Anthony Edwards. No, Ant-Man played. I forget what I'm trying to say here, but I think one of Anthony Edwards or Julius Randle miss. Randle has yet to miss a game. So you could go one of 2 ways with that narrative, that he doesn't want to miss a game this entire season, or that, holy crap, he's tired, he needs a rest. If I had to guess, I would say Randall sits this one, Ant-Man plays, and then Jaren Jackson Jr. is questionable. I don't know what to make with it. What else do we have? Hold on one second. Hold on. Okay. All right. Yeah, we're back. Sorry. Yeah, so I don't know what to make of Jaren Jackson Jr. They did get Ty Jerome back. Ty Jerome's back in action. That's pretty fun. Then for the 76ers, they're the first of their 3 games this game week. Clippers are favored by 1.5. So the only Q tag we have here is James #Hardon. Harden is queued up. He missed the last game. You tell me, guys. Triple J was upgraded to probable. Did that just happen right now? Interesting. Hold on. Let's see. Yeah, that's fun. Triple J probable. Thank you for that, bad step. You tell me. I feel like the Clippers would have to have like they'd have to be healthy, right? If they're favored against Philly, like you pointed out in the chat, Embiid's going nutso right now. Paul George suspended for 25 games, but I would imagine they're good to go, right? That both Harden and Kawhi. I'm almost a little bit more nervous about because Harden missed the last game. I'm almost a little bit more nervous about Kawhi than I am Harden in this one. Anyways, I got them both playing. Philly, I mentioned no Paul George, maybe a little more Kelly Oubs, maybe a little more VJ Edgecombe. Let's go. Also, guys for the Sixers that are going to pop, we'll talk about Dominic keeping the bar low. You got Dominic Barlow, you got Trendon Watford. Both of those guys are going to pop. Denver, they got the old Yoke back, right? He's playing some basketball. So yeah, this is what I was just talking about. However, are you telling me that if one of those guys were to sit, they would still be favored against Philly? That's my only point. The Nuggets got the old Yoke back. They lost last night. They won Friday against the Clippers. They lost last night against the Thunder. They get the Pistons. This is a tough schedule, man. The Pistons on Tuesday. Detroit's favored by 6.5. I imagine Jokic is right around 30 minutes in this one, maybe a little bit more if the game stays close. Everybody else besides AG should be back. I think Christian Brown, there's even a shot he's back on Tuesday. And if not Tuesday, maybe the second game in that game week. Then we get the Utah Yash. Keontae George missed the most recent game while Yusuf Nurkic and Lauri Markkanen both played. Keontae might miss one more. I don't see him missing more than that if he misses another. On the Pacers side, we already kind of talked about them, so they'll be on a back-to-back tomorrow. Then you get the Bing Bong Boys against the Wizards. Lakers at Nets, Hawks and Heat. You get the Celtics and the Mavies, Bulls and Cucks, Magic and Thunder, 76ers on a back-to-back against Golden State, and then the Suns against the Trailblazers. So we have 10 games tomorrow. On Wednesday, Denver will be on a back-to-back against the Knicks on the road. The Timberwolves will take on the Raptors. Celtics on a back-to-back against the Raptors. Then you'll have the Pelicans against the Bucks on a back-to-back. OKC against the Spurs. The Grizzlies and the Kangs. And then the Cavs and the Clippers. And then the last game, the last night of the game week, I think it's 8 games. We get the Wiz and the Pistons again. Nets and Magic. Yaz and Hawks, Bulls and Raps. Oh, bit the tongue. Bulls and Raps, Hornets and Rockets. So Spurs and Mavs, Warriors and Suns, and then there's those 76ers and Lakers. So my guess here for the Joel Embiid stuff is that he plays in this first game tonight. And then tomorrow he sits this one out against Golden State, especially if Steph Curry with the banged up knee does not go. And then he plays on Thursday against the Lakers. That would be my guess for the Joel Embiid schedule this week, which means maybe Drum Dog, maybe Watford, and all of those guys. All right, let's get into some of these projections over our friends at Top Tier Projections. Let's get over there. Let's do a hard refresh so those are accurate. And then we'll get into that. I'll get right into your questions, and then I'll show you my lineups after the questions just to make sure we answer everything. You know what I'm saying? All right, here we go. Let's start with some lower cap bros. Let's go to less than or equal to 20. You're going to see we're not seeing a lot of great value again this game week. Jalen Williams has a cap of 18 with a projection of 30 for those 2 games this game week. I feel like he gets a little bit of a downgrade with iHeart and Chet back, but that's fine. Danny Gaff, although I think did iHeart leave that game with an injury last game? I might have missed it. Daniel Gafford, cap of 20 with a projection of 30. Listen, Gafford cap stays low, but you guys have been around here now, you know? You have seen for the last couple of weeks since the Anthony Davis injury that Daniel Gafford projects really well when he has a cap around 20. Here's the thing. He's had a cap around 20 the whole damn time. It's not going up, and that's because he's not producing. So you go ahead if you want to do it, but it's not great. Dominic Barlow, mentioned him, right? Cap of 15 with a projection of 27. Then you have A.J. Green over there. Mo Gay. You got Isaiah Joe, Okogs. I will say Mo Gay takes a little bit of a hit if Onyeka Okongwu returns. Remember, he lost just like so many teeth. Dylan Harper's down here. But you see what I'm saying? There's not a lot of great value. You got Drum Dog. Jalen Wells cap hit continues to go down. I actually don't like this Jalen Wells projection because of the return of Ty Jerome and Cedric Howard, all that stuff. So I'm all set. Yeah, Miles Turner, that's a great shout as well. So let's take this off. Let's sort by just straight value again. Overall, Jalen Johnson projects as the best value play here with a cap of 44 and a projection of almost 60. You got Jalen Brunson, his cap is staying low. And once again, this is like the fourth straight game week of Brunson projecting really well and not getting there. Cap of 31 with a projection of 47. You got Cade over here, Josh Giddey. So Josh Giddey's cap is 33, and like, yes, he does have the upside of 47. I was pretty surprised. So he played one game, right? Then he sat the second game on a back-to-back. Wasn't stunned to see that. Then he sat both games this weekend against the Heat, which I thought Chicago was trying to win. So I think even though he projects really well, I do think there's real question marks about his availability unless Chicago for the first time ever is tanking. I don't know. You got Maxey over there, Goon. We talked about, see, these 3-game bros, right? Maxey, Şengün, Amin Thompson, they all project really well. Then you see the Bobby Lobby, Bane, Cat, bunch of those guys. Let's do this. Let's just do straight MVPs. Luka here projects the highest with 62.5, followed by Maxey, JJ, Cade, SGA, Wemby, and then the Joker. Actually, before we get into questions, I'll just show you my lineups, what I'm working with here for this game week. I thought I had already pulled that up. I didn't, but yeah, that's what I was saying. I think I said Watford was my favorite, right? Watford will be in most of my lineups. I don't think I'm going to get to Edwards. I'll be playing some Barlow. But they still have a lot of guys, right? They still have a lot of guys. I think I'm more interested in the ones that have secure minutes. But Watford, I'll take a shot on. Anyways, these are the lineups I'm throwing out there, right? So my first champion is Luka, Jalen Johnson, Watford, Amen Thompson, and Bobby Portis. And then my second one here is Jokic, Wemby, Watford, Rollins, and De'Aaron Fox. Really like this one, actually. Like this one, especially if you get full Jokic minutes. Wemby's cap's low enough they can get away with it. But it does feel like a 2 MVP week. If Watford with the cap of 6 has to get me to like 17, 18, maybe 20. If you can get me to 20, this is definitely live. And then for my contenders here, we got another Watford. We went Watford, Tyrese, and Barlow, and then Cat and Derek White. And those are the only ones I've done so far. So I'll build a couple more when once I wrap up here with your questions. But why don't you? Yeah, I just mentioned Cat. Yeah, man, the Knicks have been pretty disappointing. They're winning games, which is good. But from a fantasy perspective, have not been that fun, right? So like he projects for 48, but again, Cat and Brunson have been two guys that have been living in the mid 30s here for a little while now and have yet to moon, But you can still do it. There we go, Travel Addict guy, also doing it. Yeah, what other questions do you have? CD Beats, you're going for Streak 5, right? Is that what it is? Streak 5 for the CD Beats? But yeah, hit me with your questions. Bankero, Şengün. It's going to be Şengün for sure, I think. Şengün, we said, projects for 54.7. Paolo and the Magic, he projects for 50. I would take Şengün. Şengün's in a great spot tonight. Like, they're going against Indiana. Indiana sucks against the big position. There's no Kevin Durant, all of that. Do you see Jokic having his usual scores or lower? And how much? I mean, I don't know how much lower. What have we seen Jokic do? He scored 60 fantasy points in 24 minutes, and then last night played 30 minutes. So I would say Jokic is like, I'd have him ranked third, maybe an MVP this week. Like, I'm still playing Jokic, man. Norman Powell news. I don't think we have Norman Powell news. Again, we're not going to get any of the injury news ahead of time. We're not going to have any injury news today, which kind of sucks. He does project for 34. So, didn't Norman Powell play the last game? I think Norman Powell played the last game, so I think he's good to go. If we go down. Yeah, I just think, like, at that, with all those guys you listed, Murillo, from the Sixers, Watford, to me, feels like he's got both the highest ceiling and the highest floor, honestly. So I just prefer that. Best 30 projection here. Yeah, we can do that. Desmond Bane's going to be my guess. Oh, no, Bobby Portis, then Desmond Bane, Miles Turner. No, thank you. Suck on that. Then you got Jalen Suggs here with the cap of 30. Josh Hart, I think, is a fun play. Zubats, man, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Zubats. You never know which one you're going to get from him. He puts up either 20 or 47. They have 2 games. Obviously, would like Zubats a little bit more if one of Harden or Kawhi were ruled out tonight. However, once again, we won't have that information. So, my main team, do I go Brunson and Bane or Şengün? Oh, man, listen, it's probably Brunson and Bane. It's probably Brunson and Bain, but I'd be tempted to go Şengün and Jay Will. Did I miss is Hartenstein hurt for real? Did I miss that? I know he left the game early. No, Jalen will. I mean, I know Jay Will's been playing, so I'm not saying you can't play him, but I don't know. Scotty B in Watford or Derek White and Okogie. I'd go Scotty B in Watford. I just don't like Okogie, man. He doesn't do anything offensively. I mean, he projects for 23, so yeah. I think I'm still going Scotty, man. I don't want to trust. I don't want to trust Okogie. I don't want to trust Okogie. Kate is going to cook. Mark my word. Hey, the Portuguese prince that was promised. He cap at 26, projection at 34. That's actually a good shout. Really good contender lineup option, I think. Now the other question: who would you pick, Kate or JJ? I mean, both of them have been great, man. Both of them have been great. Wow, I didn't realize Cade's cap was so low. I think I would go Cade, but I love Jalen Johnson, man. We've got J-Dub back this week. I don't think so. No, I know. Sorare has him projected. I don't expect to see Jalen Williams this week. You wanted me to run the opto. It's going to be JJ, JB, Bobby Portis, Barlow, and Luka Magic. That's what it's going to be. We'll run the 75 so you can see that. But yeah, anyways, that's what I got for you. Hold on, let me go back to I lost my spot. Okay, there we go. But rank them: Scotty, Chet, Siakam, and White. I mean, just open your ears, Alan. Open your ears. Which ones have we talked about? Scotty. So Scotty projects for 43. Chet projects for 45. I'm still taking Scotty. Derek White projects for 43. I'm still taking Scotty. What was the other one you said that I'm probably not going to look up? Yeah, Siakam. I'm not look. I mean, Siakam projects for 44. I'm still taking Scotty. Yeah, Glares, we were just talking about Zubats, man. It's really it's been tough. It's been tough to get Zubats right. It's been tough to get him right. Sometimes he's not involved at all. I think again he benefits a little bit more if one of Kawhi or Harden miss. You're rolling out JB, Duran, Amen, Brunson, and Nolan Traore. There we go. No, I mean PJ. I wouldn't trust PJ, man. I know he projects really well. He projects for 37, but I mean he's just not been playing full games. He just keeps getting hurt, right? Got hurt again this last game week, left the game, didn't return. Although, is he playing today, right? Do we already have that line? No, they don't play today. Forget it. What's the best lineup for Chet? No, I can't run the Sims on every single lineup. Yeah, that's why you got to pay for that stuff. I can't do it. That's one of the rules. That we have with them. Who's your second favorite MVP? Well, I think it's Luka. It's Wemby. I'd rank them Luka, Wemby, Jokic. I mean, I guess if you think Embiid's going to sit one of these games and Maxey plays all of them, you could have Maxey be your second. But I think I like Wemby the most. That matchup against OKC is tough, but he's feisty. Yeah, we can do these hands. If you guys want to do these hands, we can do that. Let me see. Hold on. Keep waiting for a shams trade here. We can do these hands. We got to go through the bookmarks though. We're going to go find our guy, Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes moved to the bench, though. How about that, huh? Harry Barnes off to the bench. Incredible stuff. All right, let's do a little 1.5x speed for this one. Let's speed it up a little bit. Like we're doing some techno or something, some EDM. Let's do a little EDM. Let's see what we got. This is for our guy, Jay Sweet. Let's go.
Same hands that work the pain, same hands I fold in prayer. 12 years and I'm still learning what it means to really care. They see me on the court at night, but that ain't all I am. From Ames to San Antonio, trying to serve a bigger plan. These hands that give, these hands that live, more than buckets, more than wins. These hands that give, these hands that reach to every child that needs to live. That's the real gift.
Yeah, hell yeah. There we go. Some these hands. All right, hold on. I got to get out of that now. And it's always hard to get out of the video on X. Hypers up in the chat says pretty new. Got some players from prior seasons. What is the best comp to play? Well, if they're not in-season cards, right, I think I'd be focusing on the Challenger contest. The Challenger contest is probably the way to go if they're not in season. And then you can slowly build up your in-season stuff. Although the good news is a lot of the in-season stuff is a lot cheaper at this point in the season now too. Jared Allen, Jared Allen, 40 points and 17 boards last night, just insane, huh? I honestly would go Rollins over Brunson. Wait, yeah, they have 2 games, right? Rollins projects for 40. Brunson projects for 40. I mean, I get Brunson projects so much better, so maybe you shouldn't be doing Rollins, but that's closer than you think. So I guess it's Brunson. I think I would take Eason over Hart. Eason projects for 36.3. What do we say Hart does? 39.2. I think I still would take Tyrese. I just think these Knicks are a little overvalued right now. I think they're a little overvalued right now. We got a lot of hands in the chat. That's good. Let's go. So Rare's down. Is So Rare down? I missed it. Jay Sean, is that Dalen Terry? I don't even know what Terry that is. Dalen Terry projects for 4. Tate, it's going to be Tate. Tate projects for 13.6. So Jay Sean Tate, Derulo is a pretty good option for your contenders. That's a real girl. All right, what do we think about Tate? Oh, yeah, we just talked about Tate. 26. Let's see. Not a lot of good mid-range value this week. PJ Washington, but again, we talked about him. Tobias Harris, Miles, that piece of shit Bridges. Jared Allen, even with 1 game, I think is great. This is my favorite range right here. Allen, Kada, Kelly Oubre. Kelly Oubre is going to start playing a bucket of minutes. Trey Johnson, I think, is pretty fun, too. I know he missed the last game, I think, due to injury. Clowney, if he's back, is pretty fun. Jay Huff has to play a lot tonight. So all of those are pretty good options, but I really like Kelly Oubre. Miller or Triple J? I think it's Miller. Brandon Miller projects for 45.9. Karen. Jaren Jackson Jr. projects for 42. Yeah, it's Miller. It's Miller time. Although we do know Triple J is playing today. Flag. Yeah, sure. We can look at Flag. He projects for 42.9. Just under 43 there. Demon, Huff, or Vassell. I think it's Huff, honestly. So Vassell projects for 27. Huff projects for 32. Yegor projects for 22. Yeah. Huff, pass, baby. Huff, pass. Although Vassell did move back into the starting lineup, so that's pretty good. Under 34. Let's see. Under 34. You got Josh Giddey, but I talked about him a little bit. Brunson, Bobby Portis, Derek White, Jalen Dern, Desmond Bain, Con Knipple, OG Anunoby, Miles Turner. A lot of the names that we had been talking about so far. I don't like DeAndre Ayton. No, I don't. Royce O'Neal. Royce projects for 23.1. Royce. Yeah, this is a fun one, Magnum, for this game week. I can't really figure out Houston. You know, how much is Houston gonna go? Is it more Tate? Is it what are Shepard's minutes gonna look like? Because I am interested in Reed. Shep here projects for 28.9. Matherin projects for 30.1. I think I like Reed a little bit more than Matherin, but that might be a mistake. Yeah, we can look at Alex Sarr. Sarr projects for 40.8 in the 2 games. One note on the Washington bigs, right? Marvin Bagley, after missing a ton of time, came back, so that lowers Sarr's ceiling a little bit. Just because what was nice about that Sarr spot is they just had no other center. So Alex Sarr had to play 36, 38 minutes. I mean, he might be back down to lower 30s now, so... I can't do that math for you, buddy. I don't know. And if he plays, probably. Do you think McCain is worth it with 3 games? Yeah, man. The McCain stuff with Quentin Grimes back too. I think it's a little bit risky. I'm not saying you can't do it, but I don't think it's as big of a smash as you think. You know, Jarris Walker. I think he projects for 28.1. 28.1 for Jarris Walker. I saw somebody ask about Will Riley. Projects for 12.9, right around his cap. Cam Thomas, Jalen Wells, or Barlow. Fuck, man. I think Barlow. Cam Thomas with everybody back. I mean, he projects for 21.6. Barlow projects for 27. Yeah, and it's not the other one. So I do think it is Barlow. Best under 15, not named Barlow. What'd you say about Giddy? So Josh Giddy here. My only concern, like they had four games in 5 nights, right? Josh Giddy played the first one, sat the second one. Then they had a night off, and then he sat both games over the weekend. So I know Giddy projects really well. I'm sure he's going to. I'm sure he's going to play at least in one of the 2 games, right? But I do think there's some real concern that he doesn't go. I'm a little bit nervous. I thought it would have made sense for him to play Thursday, sit Friday. I'm sorry, play Wednesday, sit Thursday, off day Friday, and then play either Saturday and Sunday or Saturday or Sunday. For him not to play in either of those was a little bit concerning. Is KD going to play this week, breaking records and all? I think so. I think honestly, like I know he picked up an ankle injury, I think it was. This to me, he's been playing so many minutes, man. He's been playing so many minutes. I think they just needed to give him a little bit of a breather. And they looked at the Pacers and they're like, I think we can do it. What's up, Gabriel? Rank them. Andrew Wiggins, Colin Gillespie, Coward, Mark Williams. I think I would, honestly, we got to wait for the injury stuff. I think it's Cedric Coward for me, or Gillespie. I probably would go Gillespie, Coward, Wiggins, Mark Williams. Mark Williams has just not shown ceiling. It's been kind of tough lately. Maxey or Ant-Man for best lineup? Yeah, Maxey. That's not close. Maxey for sure. And then AJ Green. Oh, man, yeah, both of those guys suck balls, 3DK. All right, let's go. Green first projects for... Oh, wait, do I have the filters on? Yeah. AJ Green projects for 26. Santos projects for 21. So I guess you got to go Derry Bird and then hope he starts making them. So you go AJ Green. Hope the shot starts falling, man. You hope it starts falling. Oh, man. All right. Enjoy the lunch. Enjoy the lunch, Marilla. Or enjoy work, man. Hope it goes by quickly. You know what I'll do right now? I was saving my essence for I would do Pritchard over Miles Turner. I hate Miles Turner. I was saving my essence for whatever this All-Star thing is going to be, and then this is what I remembered. Do you think they're going to do a special All-Star essence so you can't even use your essence to get the All-Star cards? Assuming they do All-Star cards. Because didn't they kind of do that for the winter editions, or could you still use your essence to craft winter editions? I'm just up. I'm up to, what's my essence sitting at right now? Wait, no, that's my reserve. No, come on. There we go. 7,500. I feel like I should do some crafting, you know? Yeah, they will do all-star cards. You crafted a unique. You got Jalen Pickett. Could have had Keontae George. Oh, man. They're doing silver stats instead for, or I'm talking about for limited though. I'm talking about just for limited. So you think I should I save the essence or craft? Not for content, like just like as a strategy play. Should I be saving this essence right now? Or just let it rip? Let it rip. Because I gotta do some crafting, right? I'm at 7K. We gotta rip something. We gotta do something up in here. I mean, Miles Turner's going to project better, Gabriel. Miles Turner projects for 40.8. Pritchard projects for 39.9. So it's pretty close, actually. But I would take Pritchard over Turner. Craft one and save the rest. Save it. If they do. All right, yeah. All right, let's just do one. Let's just do one then. Just because I'm bored. All right, here we go. 7,500. I don't have enough clues either. That sucked. Oh, wait. No, I don't think I have clues. All right, let's see. Standard. All right, you know the drill. First number to 3. First number to 3 in the chat. I can't remember last year. I'm just thinking about, like, baseball they were. Baseball, you could get, like, special ones if you crafted, like the playoff ones. All right, we got a 7 in the chat. 1 for 7. 2 for 7, 3 for 7. 7 it is. 7 it is. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. To confirm. Oh, poor Zangus. Poor Zangus. Will he ever play basketball again? We had Quentin Grimes. This was probably the best one, huh? This was probably the best one. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. All right, let's do one more. Let's claim this. Let's claim the zinger. Let's claim the zinger. We'll take it. All right, ready? We're going to do one more. Let's start the numbers. Start the numbers now. Start the numbers now. Let's go. Start the numbers now. Start the numbers now. First one to 3. You know the drill. Well, I'll tell you what, it's never Gafford anyways. All right, we got 3-9-7-7, 3-9-7-7. We got 1 for 2, 3 for 3, 3 for 3, 3 for 3. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, bang, bang. Mohamed Diawara. There we go. We had Grady Big Old Dick. Oh, close to a Zion. That's okay, though. That's okay. That was fun. Good time. We get new signings. That's fun. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Love to see it. Hold on 1 second. 1 second, guys. Keep the questions coming. All right, we're back. Sorry, I was responding to something in IRL, doing too many things. Okay, incoming Shed. Shout out Jamal Shed. I like that numbers are still coming in. Love to see it, guys. Do I use Adebayo as a captain for a third champion team? Yeah, I would do a contender. Bam can't get you enough points as an MVP. I don't think so. I mean, I know he's shown a little bit of upside, but that feels like fool's gold, you know. I think we might be back to scam Adebayo. Best under 21. But that's not named somebody. Yes, I can do that. All right, let's do it. Ready to hear some of those same names? Here we go. Jalen Williams, Daniel Gafford, Dominic Barlow. Those are your top 3 projected guys. Then it's AJ Green, Mo Gay, Jake LaRavia, Isaiah Joe, Marcus Smart, Kogi, Dylan Harper. This list sucks, man. So I think I would agree with. I think I'd go J. Will, then Gafford, then Barlow, then Green, Gay. And then I think I'd actually take Marcus Smart over LaRavia. I think if you have a Dylan Harper, that's kind of a fun play. But, yeah, not a lot of great options in that range. That range is pretty tough. That's what I'm saying, man. This is a really tough game week. Considering we have more games, really tough one. Is Kuz still good this week? Kuz was never good. Let's check him out. Kuzma, cap of 24 with a projection of 32.8. 32.8. This is your champs you're running out. Luca, Maxi, Scotty, Miles B, and Watford. Good for a podium. Yeah, that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. It's too bad Miles Bridge is a piece of shit, so it probably won't work out, but that's a good list. We're talking about Watford. I'm playing Watford. Listen, Watford's floor is like 3 points. He could not play, but I think with 3 games, most likely Embiid's not going to play all 3. I would say he plays 2. I think he's going to play tonight, and then he'll play on Thursday. Paul George is obviously not playing any of those games, right? So Watford, I think, at least for 1 game, should have a shot at a ceiling. Galactic, was there a time when MVPs got you more percentage of the scores, and why did they rule that out? I don't know, actually. I can't remember that. Maybe somebody in the chat knows better. But I would choose Barlow. Memphis got Ty Jerome back. They're getting Jaren Jackson Jr. back, it sounds like. Jalen Wells also sucks. He's not doing anything offensively anymore. So I think I would be comfortable playing Barlow. I feel honestly like even without the Embiid to miss a game, I think I would just straight up take Barlow over him. I'm taking Amen over Flag. I just love the minutes he's going to get with or without KD, but especially without KD tonight. He projects for 52.2. Flag projects for 42.9. So pretty big jump between the two of them. Let me check one thing here. I'm assuming we didn't get any more. It just sucks we're not going to get any news here. We did get starting lineups for the early game, which again, lineups lock here in about 20 minutes. You get the Pellies. They're starting Herb Jones, Trey Murphy, Sadiq Bey, Zion, and Queen. And the Hornets are starting LaMelo, Con Knips, Brandon Mella, Miles, that piece of shit, and then Musa Diabate. No, I trust Watford more than Tate. I trust Tate more than Taint. Taylor, let's go. Taylor in the chat. Love to see it. Guys, we're going to cook for about 10 more minutes with questions, and then we'll do the giveaway, and then we're going to wrap up. We're going to wrap up a little early because it's hard for me to do these shows in the middle of the day. And we also don't have any freaking news. It's brutal. We got no news. What do I need to know about these set stuff? Worth it or just wait for MLB? I honestly asked the chat. I have no idea. All right, so your champ is Maxey, Jalen Johnson, Portis, Pritchard, and Barlow. Nice. Do you like Derek Queen for this week? No. Derek Queen, he's not playing the minutes anymore, man. He had an awesome start in their last game out against Philly, and then his minutes got nuked in the second half. Defensively, they just have a short leash right now. They're playing a little bit better. Sadiq Bey's return and him playing 35 minutes, Herb Jones being back. It's Queen that is the one that's missing some extra time. I'm also watching a car get stuck in snow in real time. Beautiful, beautiful. And they went in like really hot into the parking spot. And that's stuck for sure. That's stuck for sure. They're shutting the car off like it's fine. Promise you it's not. I promise you it's not. They're going to be shitting their pants soon. But yeah, I'm all set with Derek Queen. Honestly, I'm all set with Quentin Grimes too. I know he should benefit a little bit. I just like Kelly Oubre more. He's got a cap of 18, a projection of 23.2. Bey is dude. Sadiq Bey has been absolutely balling, absolutely balling. I would take Duran over Naz Reid. Unfortunately, we're not going to have the news about who's missing games and whatnot for Minnesota before lock. Duran projects for 43. Naz Reid projects for 37.8. If you think Julius Randle is going to miss one of these games, then you could do it. Steve Nash said that Knuppel means bat, baseball bat, like in German in an interview. There we go. It's amazing that Steve Nash had to tell us that and not Dirk Nowitzki. You know what I'm saying? I would take Jaylen Brown over Kawhi, but let's just double check. JBB, he projects for 49.4. Kawhi projects for 44.2. Kawhi's still on this like soft minute restriction. He's only going to be playing 30 minutes a game. Still, obviously, a great play at that cap, but limits the upside. Just a wee bit. Limits it a little bit. Yeah, just like our guys Snoopaloop and Gabriel and Jason. If you haven't liked the stream and subscribed to the channel yet, put a hashtag early. We're going to give away a limited in-season tier card. Maybe that Diawara. It might be that Diawara right now, who maybe he gets traded or something. No, probably not. I don't think the Knicks are going to do anything. And then also just a couple things. If you missed the NBA bit this morning, we had a really good show. It was a lot of fun. Weisberg came over. And then if you haven't subscribed to the old Substack, my Substack Bagel with Locks, we've been doing a bunch of stuff over there, which has been sick. We get a nice little breakdown every day. So if it helps with some of the daily stuff, go check it out. Is anyone else getting the promotion? I haven't really been. Oh, I saw that I was like relegated in one of my lineups. I'm not playing Draymond. Draymond's been ass on the offensive end, especially with no Steph Curry, most likely. I didn't really check Golden State. What do we got? So Draymond here projects for 30. Steph projects for 46.4 if he plays. Yeah, I'm all set. I am all set with that business. Diawara. Yeah, no, I don't think that's his first name, but Muhammad, right? It's Muhammad Diawara? Did I mess that up? I don't know. I'm not going to fact check it. Let's see. Hold on one second, guys. Let's go. Hold on one second. Let's see. All right. Trying to catch up. What about Levine? Yeah, Levine cooked the other night. I think Levine, though, if I'm being honest, really benefited from no Sabonis in that game. Actually, this is a good pivot here as we talk about Sabonis. There's no Sabonis and no Russell Westbrook in that last game. So one thing we do have to keep track of this week, and I mean, there's nothing we can do after today, but just something to note. Teams that are making trades, your lineups could get nuked. So I don't expect Levine to get traded, but when you think about the Kings, Levine, I like that you say rapid fire and then ask me like I don't know, DJP, hold on. Levine, Sabonis, DeRozan, all of those guys could be considered trade candidates. You think about what Milwaukee's doing, and there could be like a bigger deal with Giannis and Miles Turner, or I don't know. Miami's been in rumors. Atlanta's been in rumors. So like, we're gonna get some weird stuff. Diabate, Keita, Allen. Searching for Allen's the best play of those three. I'd rank them in reverse order that you put them there. 3DK. DJP was saying daily plays around. Again, like the guys that stick out for today are going to be like the Benedict Mathurin. I don't know their caps off the top of my head, but for the day, like the daily stuff here, let's see. I have not played the daily game once this entire year. I'm good. Dominic Barlow, Josh Okogie, Jalen Wells. Clint Capella's his name we haven't mentioned. Jose Alvarado. There you go. There's some names. There's some names. Names of dudes. Names of dudes. Names of dudes. Miles. What about Miles? Is a trade candidate, or are you asking me about his projection? I think he projects for like 40. I think we said, right? 39, 40, something like that. I think that's what we said. I think that's what we said. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, trade. Yeah, I mean, yeah, he could be. I think he could be in there. Best under 10 words part of being married and what you would like to see happen with Gaza. Oh, man. I'm sure there's a Denny Avdia joke in there. Do you believe Curry plays? No, I actually don't. I'm nervous Curry's not going to play. They don't seem to be too overly concerned, but I think it's a little bit thin. I mean, the chance that he left that game early, right? And then missed the game. I'd be a little bit nervous about that. Any chance Garland is back? I wouldn't expect him to be back this week. I don't think they're going to rush Garland back with the Cavs being 8-2 in their last 10, kind of storming up the leaderboard here in the East. I don't think they'd rush him back. One thing to pay attention to with Cleveland, though, is I imagine they work in Dennis Schroeder and Keon Ellis into the rotation a little bit, which really isn't going to hinder the Donovan Mitchells, Jalen Tyson, Jared Allens of the world. But I think you could see some of the minutes around, Lonzo Ball, Craig Porter Jr., even Tomlin to an extent, Tyrese Proctor, those kind of go away, I'm not playing Gary Trent. Flagger, Amen. Still Amen. Still Amen. Amen's going to project for north of 50, while Cooper Flag is like right around 42, I think, right? So there you go. There you go. Turner or Portis? I go Portis over Turner because, as outlined earlier, Miles Turner, a suck at a big one. Here you go, DJP. Rapid fire. 1 minute left of questions. 1 minute left of questions. Then we're gonna spin this. So giveaway. And then sorry for this midday lock sucks. Every once in a while it's fun to do a midday show. I know it's better for the Euros there, having the show a little bit earlier so it's not super late. But man, we don't have a lot of information. There's still a lot of question marks. All the injury stuff, it's just kind of a bummer that we can't do it at the normal time. But that's such is life. That's life. I would take AJ Green over Grimes. You're going Bridges, Ingram, Gobert, Claxton. Bucella's thought could put Allen or Hart. Oh, could put Allens or Harden or Mark. Oh, Hyper. I don't know what you're asking, brother. I don't know. I don't know. Can you ask that again? You said thoughts you could put Allen or Harden or Mark over who? Who are those three over? Keep me in mind. No, you're good. DJP, there's still time, brother. There's still time, brother. I know this time would be better for you guys. We just don't have any information. We're still waiting on Julius Randle. We're still waiting on Anthony Edwards, Jaren Jackson we think is going to go. Oh, God, you're playing Miles Turner, Gabriel. Don't say I didn't warn you, Gabe. Come on, Gabe. I'm excited to watch this first game, though. I think Charlotte, I know the Pelicans suck, but man, this will be a fun. Zion should be able to do whatever he wants, although he hasn't. Talk about a guy who hasn't hit a ceiling in a while. I think Allen said that too. But what are you asking though? Hyper. So you're saying your lineup is Bridges, Ingram, Gobert, Claxton? That's only 4, and Bucella's? So James Harden should be in that lineup with that group of people. James Harden's your best player there. James Harden's your MVP. You're okay. Yeah. I would play James Harden in there with Ingram, Rudy, and Claxton, and then Bridges is fine. Or Mark Williams is fine. Or actually, I'd play Jared Allen over Miles Bridges. Hopefully that helps. Caden Clark. Yeah, that was kind of crazy. The Caitlin Clark Payton Pritchard comp was nuts. That's not that's like old school stuff where you call John Stockton a smart player and you call BJ Armstrong an athletic player. You know what I mean? That was some old school comps. It's look at these tiny little white guys. Got to be the same. I know it was Reggie saying that. I'm well aware. That was a crazy comp though. Caitlin Clark probably not closer to Steph sounds crazy, but I don't know. I'm Team CC here on that competition. I'm also Team Angel Reese. We're team both of them. All right, let's give these things away. You're gonna get your lineups in if you haven't done it yet. This is probably your best shot at winning something here. Let's go, winner. If you get one, shoot me a DM. I feel like I still owe somebody one from Friday, so if you haven't got the thing you've won, let me know. Here we go. Daniel HZ9XU. Big dub, Dan. Daniel, is this your first time here, too? I feel like I don't recognize this name, Daniel. We love a winner. We love a winner. Good luck out there. We'll be back on Friday. Oh, do I owe you one? Do I really? Yeah, shoot me a DM. We'll be back later this week. Check out the NBA bit. We are out.